Welcome to Wrestling Days Live. We are live for the best of Extreme Rules. This is a very special compilation that has gone up on WWE Network. What's really cool about this is that you don't actually need the paid version. You can join us even if you don't have the network. You can just go to the free version and you should still be able to watch this video. It's kind of been put up to promote Extreme Rules, which of course is this Sunday. And of course we will be doing the watch along for it. So yeah, we've got that coming up this weekend. So this is a very special kind of collection and a very different stream as a result. We've only done one of these before. And that's when we did a watch along for a collection that was the best United States champ. I couldn't remember. Best United States Championship matches. And that was all right. There was a few surprises in there, actually. I think we were all pretty much in agreement that the best matches were like either the oldest one from like 1985 or like one of the most recent ones. So it was quite interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got tonight. I know that we've got some very good matches. There's one match that we watched the other day. That's the only downer. Daniel Bryan against Sheamus is a part of this collection from Extreme Rules 2012, and we did that watch along just the other day. But all the others that we're going to see are from different shows. So yeah, I hope everyone is well. I'm going to give people a few minutes just to find it. I've got to find it myself first. It should be pretty straightforward to find. I think it's on the homepage. In fact, it's already trending. It seems like a lot of people are enjoying it already. It's just under 3 hours, which is a pretty nice length of time. So there we go. It's on the homepage. It's one of the easiest first things that you actually find when you go to the homepage. So I've already managed to get it. So I'm still going to give people some time. Let me jump into the chat, say hello to some people. Hello. Patrick O'Neill says, Days, can you shout out me, Nolene, and her sister, Lisa? Yes, shout out to you, Patrick O'Neill. Shout out to Nolene and Lisa. Hope everyone is well. Ricky KV says, there's only 6 matches on the compilation. I gotta be honest, I was quite pleased at the length of time that it came in at. So, yeah, it'd be nice to have some more matches, but I wouldn't want it to go for longer. I always look for something around 3 hours. I kind of feel like, 3 hours is really... It's the same length as Raw, and we always complain that Raw is too long. So, when I'm looking for watch-alongs, I'm always looking for something under 3 hours, ideally, but WWE doesn't tend to do short shows, so you kind of have to settle for 3 hours for a lot of pay-per-views and whatnot. So this collection coming in at 2 hours 50-something was lovely. I was totally on board with that. So only 6 matches, you're right, but there is some real good ones in here. We've got like Evolution versus The Shield, which is going to be brilliant to go and revisit again. So looking forward to that. Rockstar Anch 2, shout out to you. William Hensey, hello, my friend. JR and others asking KJ why she blocked them. Okay. XX Heidi Gans X Days, I've got great news. I'm going to be an auntie. Oh, amazing. My sister is pregnant. That's awesome. Well done, my friend. Look at that. A little bit. It's always good when we get a little bit of good news in 2020, particularly because it's not been the best of years, has it? So that's excellent. Shout out to you and your pregnant sister. How are you today? I am good, thanks. My only problem is my shoulder. I've really hurt my shoulder. I hurt my shoulder a few days ago, and I have had a little moan about it on streams, and it still hurts. I thought it would have been all right by now, but I think I must have slept funny on it or something. Because clearly I don't work out, so it's not from like my excessive workout regime. I know you might look at it and think, yeah, he's done that working out. I haven't. It might surprise you to know that I don't even think I have worked out ever. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I slept on it funny. So I might have to put a bit of deep heat on it or something. Jerry Smith says, did you see the ratings results? 3 minutes, by the way. I'm going to give people 3 minutes to find this show. It is the best of WWE Extreme Rules. Did I see the ratings? I did. I can't say I was surprised by them. Hang on. I just saw our good friend C. Days, can you ban the word Matrois on the chat? It will make life easier if the noobs want to invade again. What is that? What does that... Do I want to know what that word means? What does that word mean? What does it mean? Is it a bad word? Is it like a new street word that the kids are using that I need to know about? Oh, I feel out the loop. Hang on, I'll give you my thoughts on the ratings in a sec once I've Googled this word. I'm actually going to look it up and see what it means. It doesn't even mean anything. It doesn't even mean anything. I thought it might be like this new really cool street word that, you know what I mean, that I can be like impressive with. I could go onto Twitter after this and be like, guys, can you stop being so matrois? And they'll be like, nah, Daisy's using that new word. Daisy's fire. What? That's what I was hoping for. But it turns out that it's not that at all. I can do. Yes, I can do if that's what you want. Well, I say I can do with this new kind of backstage settings. I actually don't know if I can do. I actually don't know if I would even know where to go to do it. I don't know. Where would I go to do it, actually? Now I'm just getting lost in, like, backstage pages and... Backstage, look at me, backstage. I'm making it seem like this is showbiz. Yeah, I'm backstage, just trying to figure out a few things. But, guys, you wouldn't understand all this backstage stuff that I'm doing right now. I'm just in the VIP lounge right now, guys. Give me a sec, would you? Give me a sec. Okay. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in because I'm scared that it is going to become a word that all the kids are going to use. I won't be told about it, and then I'm going to feel out the loop. So just to avoid that, I have actually added it now to the blocked words list. And also because I was having a look backstage and I found where to do it. So, do you know what I mean? It's good enough for me. Right, we are almost done, by the way. In regards to ratings, I wasn't surprised. AEW winning quite heartily, 766,000 against 600 and something thousand for NXT. NXT didn't really have any big matches. I'm sorry, but Tegan Nox is not that big of a name. She needs building. You know, they kind of needed to use her maybe on Raw and SmackDown. They need to be teasing that match. It's Io Shirai. I don't think anyone expected her to lose the title. That was the big kind of match they were building. They threw in Keith Lee against Dominik Dijakovic, but there was no build to that. You'd have to have been watching the show to have seen it, that it was even happening. So I got to say, going into it, what with the fact that Moxley Brian Cage had been delayed and that was happening, I'm not too surprised at that result. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can really take a great deal from it. Right. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, boom. We are underway. The best of WWE. We can still chat. Do you know what I mean? We can still chat, but at least we've got the party started, which I do think is very important. We're just having a look at the history. Oh, there's the WLC. So we're just having a look at some iconic Extreme Rules moments. Days, NXT was good. The ratings don't mean anything. Days, you're backstage in the gorilla position. That's exactly where I am. Days, do you think Dolph? What do you think Dolph will choose? Well, I think it's out there, isn't it, as to what Dolph's going to choose. So I don't know if we can really speculate on it because it can be found online. Let's put it that way. If you go online, you'll be able to see what he's going to choose. Okay, we're not at the first match yet. We're just building towards the first match, which is going to be Edge versus Jeff Hardy. This is Extreme Rules ladder match from 2009. So we've got ladders all the way around the ring. This is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Hardy versus Edge. Should be fun, man. It should be good. JR saying the two greatest ladder match competitors. Days, I've been watching a lot of your videos today. They give me a laugh. That's amazing. Thank you. Just bear in mind, Jeff Hardy has not aged. Oh, did I miss a super chat, Liam? Sorry, I was doing a few bits. William Hensey, try stretch him. Yeah, I will. I might try some deep heat and stuff as well. Edge on his way down. Liam Costa, shout out to you, my friend. Says, Days, how are you? I start my new job on Monday. Hey, this is good, man. We're getting some good news in the chat. Shout out to you, Liam Costa. Hope you are well. Sounds like you are well. And starting your new job. So best of luck with that. Be confident. Get a good night's rest the day before. And yeah, it's excellent, dude. Excellent. Sean says, this will be good. Monica says, I'm loving all of these watch-alongs. My shoulder isn't, Monica. Kim, hello. Days, don't you think WWE should push Cesaro? Because I think they should give him a world title push. Because, in my opinion, he's the most talented superstar in WWE today and over with the fans. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they don't push Cesaro. There's something that they just don't see in Cesaro, and I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be mic skills, promo skills. I mean, when it comes to his wrestling, yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right up there. But so was Mr. Perfect, you know. So were quite a few other superstars. I mean, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't bad in the ring, and he's one of their best ever talkers. And they never put the strap on him. There's just always someone in the way. There's always someone in the way. And it seems like, unfortunately, Cesaro is a bit of a victim to that as well. There's always someone in the way. You would feel that right now might be a really good time. I mean, like Cesaro, Braun, if Cesaro had some momentum behind him, if they repackaged him whereby he was finishing everyone, you know, he was getting good wins, good submission victories, or just obliterating people, and he was looking like a dominant force, you could really build him up into a challenger. I think for me right now, Cesaro's got a bit of a Mark Henry vibe about him. Like Mark Henry, I know he wasn't amazing in ring, but he was passable. And but he was the world's strongest man, and they never pulled the trigger on him, like for a world title, until we got to, was it 2011? Something like this. It was something silly, like 15 years after he'd joined. I'm sure he joined like 96, 97. And then they put the title on him like 2010, 2011. So I'm kind of, he's someone else that you look at and go, man, he's got such an impressive look. And he is the world's strongest man. And he was never bad on like promos. But the way he was being used was just, you know what I mean? Like Sexual Chocolate was fine. Things were fine. They were keeping him busy. But he was not where you would have expected him to be. And the same can be said for Cesaro. So I kind of see quite a few similarities between the two. I'm just hopeful that he will get his moment at some point. I mean, don't think that door is closed yet, because I don't think it is. I think there's a chance that he could still get his moment. It might just be like a WrestleMania IC win or something like that, you know. But yeah, I agree. He should be competing for it. There's always someone else in the way, isn't there? I mean, and he's got Roman to come back, and, you know, right now Seth's a bit on the back burner when it comes to the title. You'll have to think they'll get Seth back up there. AJ will get back up there. Matt Riddle's on the scene. Adam Cole's coming up, so it doesn't get easier. We are only now are we underway with this. Both competitors in the ring. This is Jeff Hardy versus Edge. Extreme Rules 2009. And ladders all around the ring. We got the World Heavyweight Championship suspended just above. I've seen this Jeff and Edge match at least 5 times. Vince said on the Stone Cold podcast he wasn't over with the fans, even though he had the Cesaro section. I don't believe what he said on that show was true. I think, because he said, you know, he wants people to grab the brass ring, and he got asked about Cesaro. I think that, I don't believe Vince buried Cesaro in that moment. I think he was trying to put him over. In retrospect, I know that sounds weird, but I think that he was trying to get sympathy for Cesaro. I think he knows that Cesaro is a great talent, and I think by coming out with those comments, he was potentially, I mean, I can't say for sure, but he was potentially trying to get that reaction there. How can you say the fans aren't behind Cesaro? We love Cesaro. He's one of the best wrestlers. And all it does is it galvanates people even more behind Cesaro. So it's kind of like reverse psychology. It's the kind, yeah, it's I don't know. I'd like to think that's what Vince was doing rather than actually burying a talent that he pays money for, but you never know with Vince. Nice drop kick by Edge. We had Jeff Hardy outside the ring with a ladder. The ladder goes into Jeff. Jeff goes down. And Edge goes out the ring. Nice. It's like a baseball slide. Days, how can I get a good night's rest before when it's Extreme Rules? You might have to miss it, bud. I gotta tell you, I missed a lot of pay-per-views. And I had to catch up with them either the next day or wait for the DVD to come out. There was a lot. Back in the day, early 2000s, there was a lot of pay-per-views that I had to watch the DVD of to actually see. I mean, you can always find the results, but to actually watch it, there was a lot of stuff I couldn't watch live because I had work the next day. Priorities, mate, priorities. Days, my head hurts because I got punched by Brock Lesnar. Well, just be pleased you're still alive. Cesaro is 39. I don't know how much longer he'll have left. He could still have a good 5 years. Yeah, I mean, like, Cesaro's in great condition. You never know with injuries. But the way that they look after themselves now is very different to before. You know, the way they look after their bodies now and the way that they are maybe a little bit more clued up about diet and, you know, workouts and things like that. I mean, you got to remember, back in the day, it was just a load of drugs, alcohol. It was kind of, I don't know that they were as clued up as people. Oh, look at that ladder buckling. Jeff Hardy going on top of that ladder, and the ladder is actually twisting. Look at that ladder. That's a really cheap ladder. If that ladder can get bent out of shape just by someone falling on it like that, that is a cheap ladder. Is it made out of like tin foil or something? How's that ladder got so bent out of shape? There we go. It's caught in between the legs of Jeff Hardy. Yeah, I think he could still have a good 5 years plus. Good 5 years plus. I mean, AJ's still going strong at, what, the age of 43, 44, 43? I don't know. But you are right. He is running out of time. Shout out to Elaine. Days, did you hear Roman going to NXT? No. Days, what's your thoughts on Tegan Io? I never saw it. What is this? this is wrestling. It's where two people compete against each other, trying to get a victory inside a ring. Oh! Edge tried to spear Hardy. Hardy moved out the way, and Edge went face first into that ladder. Punish him. It's a fun match, man. This is the best of Extreme Rules, so no sleeper matches here. We're going to be seeing some really great action. And you know what we are? This is already fun. Jeff Hardy using that middle rope to come crashing down onto Edge, who's slumped in the corner. Should we have a look and see what old Meltzer baby gave this match? Extreme Rules 2009. Dave Meltzer. This is coming from the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. This got 4.25 stars. 4.25 stars. That's amazing, isn't it? Jeff Hardy going into the corner now. He goes crashing into the ladder. So Meltzer was a fan of this. Meltzer liked what he saw. William Hensey says, whatever is decided with the NWA, it's got nothing to do with Carneyland. Carneyland was a social media outlet for NWA stars. Oh, that ladder. Just getting slammed down onto Jeff Hardy. You can see the pain etched across his face. It's kind of crazy to think this was 11 years ago. Ah! Sharpshooter applied. And Jeff Hardy is in between a ladder, and Edge is actually sitting on the ladder whilst he's got that sharpshooter on. That's nice. That's nice. No ref in the ring. This is a ladder match. The only way to win is to climb the ladder and retrieve that World Heavyweight Championship. Hardy thrown out of the ring, selling his knee. Meltzer had a drink the night he watched this. He thought the Young Bucks were fighting. That explains why he gave the rating he did. Someone told him this was happening in Japan. So he was like, okay, well, let's start at 5 stars and we'll take it from there. Jeff Hardy going up top in the corner. Drop kick to the ladder. Edge comes crashing down. Edge was about halfway up the ladder then as he was trying to get towards that World Heavyweight Championship. This is fun, man. This is a good match. Most of these matches, if not all... No, definitely not all. But most of these matches... 99% of these matches I won't have seen since they actually happened. Extreme Rules is not a show I ever tend to go back to, but obviously we did go back the other day to 2012. Just because it was the best Extreme Rules that they've done. So I thought it'd be a nice way to build towards Sunday. Hence why we're doing this as well. I think this was recommended by John on Twitter. The ladder is upside down, and I can't remember seeing that done before. The ladder upside down. And he's got it. Edge. Oh! That is brutal! That is brutal! He picks up Edge, slams him down in between the ladder where you've got those support brackets. That's nasty. That's nasty. I mean, that's just got to hurt. That's just got to hurt. That is nasty. That is nasty. That is moody. I don't know that I've seen that. That's incredible, actually. I can't remember that. Legit, that's a spot that has completely been erased from my mind. Look at the size of this ladder. They've gone and got Giant Gonzalez's ladder from his shed. This thing's huge. Twist of Fate. And the biggest ladder I've ever seen. I mean, you climb that thing and you can pretty much paint the ceiling. It's absolutely huge. Days, have you heard? Apparently, Chris Jericho had an interview and he said he wanted Ryback to break the streak. I did read that. Look at the height. Jeff Hardy all the way up and Edge is scrambling across the ring. Oh, Jeff Hardy, the ladder kind of toppled. Jeff's holding on. Just grab the... Why didn't he just grab the belt? That way, as Edge pulls him down... And what if Edge had pulled his trousers and his trousers came down? Could you imagine if Hardy was up there, right? And Edge pulled his trousers and his trousers came down. And Jeff Hardy's... That'd be a bad day to not wear underwear. That was quite funny. He fell in between that massive ladder as well. This big ladder toppled over and thankfully he fell in between it. Edge has got this massive ladder set up in the corner. Oh, this is good. This is good. Shout out to Timothy Luke Grant. Zycamy says, I wish they would bring back the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't like the Universal. Same. Into the corner goes Edge. And Jeff Hardy going up top. Oh! Whisper in the wind off the ladder by Jeff Hardy. He was about halfway up. But it's still a decent size. Still about, 7 foot up. Came crashing down on Edge. This is a really good match. A lot of dangerous spots in this, yeah. Days, your shoulders hurt him because you've turned 22. No, I haven't turned 22. 21's old enough for me. I'm gonna stick at 21 for a while. So this is just an injury that you get when you're 21. Who is the most hated wrestler ever? Mine is Eve Torres, says Elaine. Probably Eva Marie. Just because she couldn't wrestle. And any time she came down, I knew that it was just going to annoy me. She wasn't brought in as a wrestler. It was a diva search. Her audition had nothing to do with wrestling. She stood there with a microphone. The same way that you would audition an announcer or something, you know. She got brought in for Total Divas. And then for some reason they went, oh, maybe we can teach her to wrestle. Big kick on the outside by Edge. Jeff Hardy goes down. Edge. Why is he looking at a ladder? There's already a ladder in the ring. There's 2 ladders in the ring. I don't know that you need a third. He doesn't need a third. What he's done is he's put it on the edge of the ring and the barricade, and we've got ourselves tasty little spot getting set up here. Edge going over. He's going to look to suplex Hardy onto that ladder. Strikes to the midsection, though, by Hardy. Hardy going over, face first into the barricade, goes Edge. Hardy slams that ladder down. There's ladders everywhere. I don't understand why that he doesn't just get in the ring and quickly run up a ladder. He hurls that ladder at Edge. When will Extreme Rules prediction stream be? I don't know that it'll be a stream. I don't know. I mean, I'll try and get a video up. I wanted to try and get one done today, but I didn't get the chance in the end. Into the steps goes Jeff Hardy. Wrestling fan says, it's my birthday tomorrow. I'm excited because I'm getting a figure. Amazing, bud. Happy birthday to you. I hope you get whatever figure it is that you're hoping for. Fingers crossed. In fact, I can see you've got your fingers crossed. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 8 hands crossed. So, fingers crossed you do get the one you're after. Edge with the steps. He kind of stumbled then. Just got distracted because he was carrying these steps over and he tripped. And he kind of accidentally dropped the steps onto the leg of Jeff Hardy. It looked a bit moody. But Jeff Hardy seems to be all right. He's going over. Bulldog onto the barricade. Edge crashes down onto the mat outside of the ring. There's quite a lot happening outside of the ring here. Edge going over to this ladder that was set up earlier. And I think Jeff's putting Edge on top of that ladder. So we've got a ladder that's on the edge of the ring and on the barricade. And Edge now has been laid out on top of it. And is Jeff Hardy going to... He's setting up another ladder right next to it. And it looks like Hardy is going to climb up this ladder. Big spot coming here. Big spot coming here. Edge, though, has managed to get off that ladder. He's climbing up the ladder as well. These two fighting on a ladder outside of the ring. Jeff Hardy firing in some big right hands at the top of the ladder. Oh, the ladder's gone! They both go through that ladder! The ladder that was set up, that was a big spot. What would have happened if the ladder had gone the other way? Would they have gone into, like, the timekeeper's area? They both go crashing through that ladder that was laid out between the ring and the barricade. Dramatic. Days, would you like Mattel to make a Gilbert figure? Really bothered, if I'm being not perfectly honest. I can think of many other superstars I'd probably put ahead. NWA is going to come back when they are not going out of business. Elaine says, what is your favourite WrestleMania match that isn't Shawn versus Undertaker? It's a good question. I mean, straight away, I think about the ladder match from WrestleMania 10, which was so revolutionary that I think that deserves props. The TLC match as well. Both of them, excellent. Obviously, Macho Steamboat, which we watched not that long ago, and that was great from WrestleMania 3. I've got a soft spot for Warrior Hogan as well. I love the fact Hogan lost that match. I love that he lost that match. Because he was always unstoppable. And to see him actually lose at WrestleMania. Oh, but it gets reversed. They were both up a ladder. Edge and Jeff Hardy, both on top of ladders. And Edge tried for a spear on Jeff, but Jeff managing to reverse it into a twist of fate. Spear, but boom. Wow. Some big spots in this match. Jeff Hardy is slowly trying to climb his ladder that's right underneath the championship. Edge is trying to muster up whatever energy he can find to stop Jeff. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Edge goes down. Hardy slowly climbing up the one side. Edge is now back up. He's slowly climbing up the other. Hardy's managed to grab the belt, but he couldn't quite grab it. It's swinging away. Hardy's down. Edge on top of the ladder. Jeff Hardy is pulling the legs of Edge. He's kind of got him caught. Look, Edge is properly caught in the ladder now. Edge is like caught. He got pulled through the ladder. Jeff Hardy is quickly climbing and he's going to get the title. And there it is. Look, Edge. That's a good way to win, isn't it? That's a good finish. Edge still had fight in him, but look, he was kind of caught in the ladder. It looked like a right fall. So there we go. Jeff Hardy with the win. I love the Fiend Wrestling Days, Teddy. It is a piece of art. It is. Who is your favourite wrestler? Asuka right now. I love Asuka. That was a really good match, and that was a really good finish. Someone said if Eddie Guerrero never died, then the Benoit incident would not have happened. He said Eddie's death was the final straw. Do you think that's true? There's not really a way of knowing, to be honest. I mean, it is true that he struggled with Eddie's death. And it is true that it really did consume him, and it put him into a really bad place. But we don't know what effects. I mean, like when they looked at his brain, he didn't he have the brain of like a 7-year-old or something because of the damage that had been done over the years. So we don't know what effects the head injuries caused. We don't know what effects like the drugs had caused, steroids had caused. So many factors that I don't think you could. Yeah, I'd say that it definitely played its part, but there's no way of knowing. Is the truth. I don't know that you can say it's as simple as if Eddie hadn't passed, then the Benoit thing wouldn't have happened. CM Punk has just come down, and CM Punk is cashing in. Jeff Hardy has just been through an hellacious match. CM Punk has come down, though. The bell has sounded. CM Punk picks up Hardy. GTS. 1, 2. Kick out by Hardy. Look at that. Look at the look on the face of CM Punk. That's not meant to happen. I'm pretty sure Vince told me that I was going to win. Here we go. He's grabbed Hardy. Oh. Inside cradle by Jeff Hardy. A real look of frustration on the face of CM Punk here. CM Punk has cashed in. The bell has sounded. Nice kick. He's got Hardy up on his shoulders again. There, second one. Down he goes. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk leaves Extreme Rules 2009 with the World Heavyweight Championship. Got to tell you, the crowd don't seem that into it, man. The crowd are kind of like, not feeling it. In the background, you can see a sign that says, "We love Jeff Hardy." New Orleans are not happy here. New Orleans are not happy at all. But there we go. CM Punk wins. Days, check about the word that you've blocked. Okay, I'll have a look at it after. Taker shows up here. Days, do you think Johnny Drip Drip deserves a main title reign? Who's Johnny Drip Drip? Who's that? Do you mean Johnny Gargano? Who's Johnny Drip Drip? Great match, says Wrestling Days fan. I completely agree. Heather says, yeah, Benoit had the brain of an Alzheimer's patient, full on dementia. The person said Benoit never died in a career. Hang on. The person said if Benoit never died, Punk would have not cashed in right there and would have not gotten his push until later in his career because he would have been busy with the ECW title. Wrestling Days fan, shout out to you. That was the start of Punk's heel turn / run. John Morrison. Oh, Johnny Drip Drip is John Morrison. I don't know. For me, he's just got no momentum. I just don't care about him. I was really interested when he was coming back, so I wanted to know how they'd use him, but I think Miz and Morrison has just been awful. It's just all it's done. It hasn't made me care more about either at all. It's done damage to both. I really hate that team. Right, we're moving on anyway with this. So that's the end of the first match. Edge versus Jeff Hardy, the winner, CM Punk. We are now moving on to, I think what this picture is based on. It's going to be John Cena versus Miz versus Johnny Drip Drip. So, Extreme Rules 2011, a triple threat steel cage match. I don't know who John Cena is. I've no idea. I've never met him or heard of him. John Cena! John Cena. Let's change it. Because all I'll get is people joining us going, is John Cena? I don't know. I pressed them right next to each other on the keyboard. Right, the cage has come down. This is a triple threat cage match. Days, I'm watching you on my laptop. One Night Stand 2008, and so far, it's been great. Cena is the best. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. Here's Johnny Drip Drip. Now listen. I mean, look, no wonder he stayed away from WWE for so long. He's come back and it's just been awful. In my opinion. IMO. We need a special stream. The best of your dong. Yeah. I can share some stories about your dong. I think I've got some pictures that I can show of your dong. So, yeah, we could do a your dong stream if that's what people want. I could call it Your Dong Uncovered. Do you know what I mean? For those just joining us, there is an MMA fighter called Song Yadong. People, I don't know what it is about him, but he's really caught on. He's really, really caught on. People really like that guy. He's so popular. Yadong has never been more popular. John Cena! Here he is, look. Yeah. Cena! At this time, he is wearing red. Yes, let's do a Yadong stream. What wrestler takes the best bumps? Oh man, who takes the best bumps? There was someone I was praising the other day for their selling. I was praising Billy Kay. I think Billy Kay takes really great bumps, which might be quite a surprise because you don't really see her as being anything that special. But I do think she bumps really well. Her selling is great. Her facial expressions so good. So I do like her a lot. Trying to think, I can't think of anyone that really stands out. Shawn Michaels used to be amazing at it. Right, we got John Cena in there. We got Johnny Drip Drip. We're just waiting for the Miz. Dolph. I hear the other world. I hear the other world. Come on, bring it on. Cena is my favorite. Imagine if Justin Roberts announced Cena's name, Gion. Billy Kay bumps on the Yodongan cut stream. Maybe. You tell me that you wouldn't join that. Days, Kenny Omega or Keith Lee? I think Keith Lee right now, if I'm being honest. Singles-wise, yes. But all-time, Kenny. Who else misses Roman? Yeah, little. 2 days. Morrison has been super successful outside of WWE. Oh, yeah, he was. Right, this is the awful spinner belt. The WWE Championship. Miz, the champion at this time. That's right. Miz walking in. Le Champion. I'd want I'd want Morrison to win this from Miz. Tampa loves Cena. Quite interesting, isn't it? A triple threat steel cage match. It's not something you see that often. Miz quickly trying to climb and get out of the cage. Never know what the rules are sometimes. Sometimes you can't leave the cage. But on this, the Miz very quick trying to climb up and seemingly escape. So looks like leaving the cage will win you the championship. Clothesline by Cena. Arm drag by Morrison. Nice drop kick by Morrison. Gets the ropes. Some, quick striking, but a quick clothesline there by Miz. James Chadwick says Morrison has been world champ everywhere, including Impact, but he's treated as a joke in WWE. Wrestling Days fan says one of the worst belts ever. Imtiaz, shout out to you. Did you like WCW or ECW? I didn't really watch either. I watched WWE. And as I said, when I was young, I watched a bit of WCW, but I never saw it as this massive competitor. It was nothing to me compared to. It's quite weird thinking back. I never saw it as this big thing. I mean, obviously, as you get in towards the Attitude Era, then you start to know more. And, you start to get a bit older and everything. But when I was young, like the early 90s, 93, 94, when I was 21, I very much only had eyes for WWE. And I couldn't even tell you if it was even possible for me to watch ECW. I never saw a single show. Nice suplex there by Cena. John Morrison popping up. Nice snapmare. John Cena sucks. Days, name the best ECW champion. My ECW knowledge isn't great, if I'm being honest. So I don't know if I'd be able to do that good of a job of saying who was the best. I know Terry Funk was champion. I would imagine Tommy Dreamer was. Sandman, I'd imagine was. But I couldn't tell you who the best was. I don't know. I don't know who held it the longest, and all of that. My ECW knowledge is right up there amongst my worst knowledge because I never watched it. It never interested me. But we did a few watch-alongs, and it was quite an eye-opener. I actually enjoyed them shows. Barely Legal we did. One Night Stand 2006. And they were both good shows. They were both fun. I remember saying, like, I can imagine sitting here at like 11 o'clock at night with that on, you know, having a beer or something, maybe a few friends round, and I can see that being great. Like, I totally understand why it was the success that it was. Totally understand. I don't know that you'd necessarily do that with WWE, get a few beers and have some friends round. You know what I mean? I don't know. ECW, though. I totally get it. It's got that late night, anything can happen kind of a vibe, you know? Kind of what Raw should be. You should tune into Raw and it's like, what are we going to see this week? And it should be like cool and most of the time it isn't. John Morrison with a skull-crushing finale, I believe, on Cena. But whilst he was doing that, The Miz with a skull-crushing finale. Whilst he was doing that, John Morrison was climbing out of the cage. So right now we've got Miz and Morrison on the top of the cage. Morrison trying to get back into the ring. And he's trying to drag The Miz with him. Morrison, though, not getting much joy. So he jumps on top of the cage. And Miz and Morrison both sat on top of this cage, trading shots. Miz with a big left hand. Miz is climbing down. He's trying to get out. If he does get out, then he will retain the championship. Morrison is trying to stop him, trying to drag him back in. Cena finally getting back up. Cena is up. Morrison and Cena have both got The Miz with a massive... Wow, big suplex. The Miz was at the top and they both worked together. The way he came down was like right on the top of it. Bet his shoulder's hurting as well. He's going to need some deep heat. All three guys are down in the ring right now. All three guys are down. Daze, do you think Cena will have... When do you think Cena will have his next match? Maybe around WrestleMania time? Yeah, the Dukes, shout out to you. How is Kia? She's doing very well, thank you. I love Miz and Morrison. I think Morrison is amazing. Elaine says he nearly broke his neck. It was Moody, wasn't it? He didn't land flat. He kind of came down right on his shoulder blades. Cena grabbing the leg of Morrison. As we said, this is from Extreme Rules 20... I think it's 20... I don't know. 10 or 11. Morrison, springboarding. Nice enziguri kick. Lands it on The Miz. The Miz goes down. 1, 2. Trying to get a pin on Cena. He can win this by pin. You can escape out the cage, or a pin should do it. I'm guessing a submission. Would a submission do it as well? It's a Spanish fly that he hits in the ring just before he went for that pin. The Fiend is clean, and his favourite meal is beans. Amazing. Breaking news. Someone said something on Twitter. Did you see all of those accounts that got hacked? That was pretty lols, wasn't it? Yesterday. I saw as well. I never got a chance to listen to Jericho. Jericho yesterday cutting a promo about how he is the demo god and how he's never been beaten in the 18 to 49 demo. And he was I was watching the clip and I was like, oh, this is cringe. I kind of thought it was really cringe. I like the demo god thing. I think you can get a good t-shirt out of that. But I don't know. It's just, it seems petty to me. It's not about total viewers. It's about the demo, guys. I'm just going to give you a bit of education here. And it's like, do you need to go there? Do you need to go there? If you're winning, then just win. Miz trying to get over to the ropes. Trying to get out, actually. The door has been opened, so that's certainly a way that Miz can win, and he's desperately trying to crawl out. Cena grabbing hold of his leg, dragging him back in. Cena trying to get out now. The door's open. It's Cena and Miz tussling over in the corner. Cena kicking Miz away, and that door is going to get closed again. Gut wrench. Down he goes. Cena with a big strike to the midsection of Morrison. Morrison gets the ropes, but he just jumps up like a cat. He's desperately trying to get out. Morrison and Cena now on top of this. We need to have a look at old Davey Meltzer, don't we? We need to look at Davey Meltzer. Extreme Rules 2011. Miz is trying to go out of the door. Morrison slams the door using his foot into the face of the Miz. That's good. I can tell you that old Meltsy Baby gives this 4 stars. 4 stars for this match. Morrison is caught on top of the door. If there was any way that Morrison could just get off the top of that door right now. Miz is trying to pull Morrison into the ring. That's really interesting though, isn't it? Because Morrison, for a moment then, was like totally out of the ring. He'd gone up over the top, but he was just sat on top of the open door. And he was kind of slumped like this. It's good. Good, fun little spot, that. 2. Shoulder up by Morrison. Shoulder up by Morrison. Booker T says this is a match. And do you know what? He's definitely right. It is. It really is a match. Nice. DDT by The Miz. 1, 2. Kick out by Cena. Could have easily spread out Fighter Fest. I'm sorry to hear that, Tyler. Hayden Garrett, shout out to you, my friend. Hope you are well. Thank you for joining us. We are enjoying the best ever Extreme Rules matches. That first match, Edge, Jeff Hardy, was brilliant. Really enjoyed that. This has been really good as well. I would agree maybe just a level below, but still really good. Big kick to Cena. Cena goes down. Where do you guys find out wrestling news? I find a lot of it just on Google. Just putting in WWE, go into news and just searching the latest stuff. Wrestling Observer have a lot as well, of course. Wrestle Votes on Twitter, I think, are very good. John Morrison are dangling outside. Big right hands by Morrison. Big left hands coming in. Miz and Morrison fighting on top of this cage. Colin says, I miss the blood. I hope there will be some this year at Extreme Rules. Days, why is Undisputed Era in every War Games match? I think it just makes the most sense, doesn't it? You know, they're a ready-made faction. They're trying to take over NXT. At one point, they held all of the championships. They're kind of the team that have been around the top, around the title picture. I mean, Adam Cole's been was champ for over 400 odd days. So they're just, you know, always around the titles, always in the biggest feuds. It just makes the most sense. Obviously, you're going to see that change over the coming years because we don't know how long Undisputed Era will be in NXT for. I can tell you that Morrison is that Starship Pain off the top. Morrison down, Miz down, Cena down. Everyone down in the ring. Days, did you know the AEW figures are coming out in Walmart? Yeah, I saw the advert for it yesterday. They had a little stop motion thing, didn't they? Which looked quite fun. Morrison crawling over, trying to get to the door. Desperately trying to get to the door. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to stop him. Both guys are down. He's doing well here. Oh, it looked like he was going to win. R-Truth, though. R-Truth out of nowhere has stopped John Morrison from winning the WWE Championship. Look, this is a moody R-Truth. R-Truth closing that door. R-Truth is inside the steel cage now. This is a more serious, a more focused R-Truth than the comedy version that we're used to seeing. Look, he is unloading on John Morrison right now. John Morrison would have won the title then. Stomping away by R-Truth. Cena getting up to his feet. Days, say toy boat 10 times. Toy boat, 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 toy boat. Done. Days, name the best Intercontinental Champion out of these three. What three? Here we go. Ah, oh, plants him. Flatliner. By R-Truth. R-Truth. The pace of this match has completely gone. Like, Miz has been down for ages. Cena's been down. R-Truth up top. What is going on? Who's going to win this? Everyone's just lying down. I'm literally watching 3 men lying down. And I don't normally do that on a Thursday night. That's normally a Sunday night. R-Truth is so underrated. Look at his face, man. So intense there. So different from what we're used to seeing from R-Truth. Okay, can someone just win this match now? That would be great. I love the best ofs that they put on the network, says Match of the James. I agree. Yeah, I think they do a really good job. Some of them are quite long, so though that's the only problem. Some of them are like, 4 hours, some are 5 hours, some of them. So some of them can be a little bit long. But this is a nice length. This one is just under 3 hours, and that's perfect for us. And of course, as we said, we've got Extreme Rules this Sunday. So we've got a busy few days, actually. We've got Smackdown tomorrow, the go-home show. We've got UFC, and it's a title fight. The Flyweight UFC Championship on the line. So we've got a UFC title fight. A new champ will be crowned. And we've also got Extreme Rules on Sunday. Raw on Monday. So much going on. The next 4 days are cray. Dolph, Seth, Jericho, Miz. I think I've never been the biggest Miz fan. There's been a couple of times where I've been on board with him, but by and large, he doesn't really excite me when I see he's out there. I know it's great that he looks after himself and that he never really goes out injured or anything, but that's because his matches are pretty dull. So I'm not really that into the Miz. Seth was all right as an IC champ, but that's not how I would use him. For me, that'd be between Ziggler and Jericho, but I would go Jericho. Cena on top. And The Miz grabbing hold of Cena's leg. I'm at the point where I'm ready for this match to end. This match has been going on for a little while. And for me, it kind of really lost its momentum. He's looking for a skull-crushing finale. Off the top. Cena, I think, is holding on to the cage, though. Elbow to the midsection. Cena has got Miz on his shoulders. He's got the Miz on his shoulders. Big AA. 1, 2, 3. Cena wins. Got a new champ. The champ is here. Well done, John Cena. John Cena victorious. V for victorious. I knew it. I knew John Cena would be victorious. Which is the real reason why I called him John Cena. So there we go. It's not because I made a mistake. I don't make mistakes. John Victorious Cena. Or John Cena, as everyone's calling him these days. New WWE champ. My time is up. My time is now. Taker's best of is nearly 8 hours. Makes sense. Why was Morrison stuck on the ground? I don't know. I can only imagine that someone, maybe R-Truth, came in with some blue tack, and because you know how sticky that is. So I think he's put a bit of blue tack on his back, and then as John Morrison has kind of gone down, he's like, it's proper stuck. That's not going to bother John Cena. So there we go. John Cena victorious. It would have been John Morrison. It would have been a different John. So many Johns in this match. But two of them. And it would have been John Morrison that would have been victorious, but R-Truth came down and cost him. What was the first match? It was Jeff Hardy versus Edge, and it was wonderful. Days, what match are you looking forward to at Extreme Rules? Asuka versus Sasha. Days, name 3 wrestlers you think will be future Hall of Famers. The Rock, Undertaker, and Randy Orton. There we go. Keeping it to the 2010s, best IC champ, US champ, WWE champ, Universal champ, NXT champ, North American champ. Is that a question? So there we go. Cena victorious. And now we're moving on to a match that we did watch the other day. This is going to be the Daniel Bryan Sheamus match. Lost in 18 seconds at WrestleMania, and so now looking for his revenge. He blamed AJ Lee. Having a right go at her, wasn't he? This is 2 out of 3 falls. We saw it the other day, and it was excellent. Did I think Meltzer give this 4.5 stars? Let's have a look. Let's see what Meltzer Baby gave it. Extreme Rules 2012. I'm sure this is 4.5 stars. I think Meltzer loved this. Four stars? I'm sure he gave it more. I know it was voted one of the best matches of the year. No, 4 stars. I thought it was 4.5, but he gave it 4. That's all right, isn't it? The first match was 4.25 stars. The second match, 4 stars. And this one, 4 stars. I mean, they are telling the truth. These are good matches. It's not as if they're giving us, like, you know, Shane McMahon against No Way Jose. As much as we'd love to see it. Days Young Bucks or Red Dragon? I didn't see much of Red Dragon, so I can't really comment on those guys. So I'll have to go Young Bucks. I mean, Red Dragon, they most of their work in Ring of Honor. So I'll go the Bucks. Here's Sheamus, 18 seconds. 18-second shirt. Crowd absolutely loved Daniel, by the way, here. That 18-second loss was a real big moment in his career because it just galvanized. I mean, he had support anyway, but, I mean, it was clear that he was the person that people were behind. So for WWE to have him job in 18 seconds, people were like, no. That's not what we want at all. So it really pushed him on. Johnny says the Shield have got to go in. Yes, I agree. Lion AA says, what do you think, Alexa Bliss's announcement? Who do you think the mystery guest is? Could be Dominic Dijakovic or Adam Cole Bay. I'd imagine it to be someone like that. That guy is so annoying. What an absolute loser. Who, Daniel Bryan? Yeah. Mark my words. He'll never get over. All these people that want him to go to wrestling, it'll never happen. Days, who do you think will win at Extreme Rules, Bray or Braun? Braun. Well, saying that, it could be Bray because it's non-title. And then Bray winning could then mean that he gets a title match. I mean, you got to think, if Braun wins at Extreme Rules, then how can Bray ask for another opportunity? Do you know what I mean? Surely there comes a point where he goes, no, I've beaten you. I beat you in your spooky swamp. I beat you in the ring. There's nothing else to achieve. So thinking about it, I wonder if it'll be Bray. But my initial reaction was Braun, because all along I've thought Braun. But it's non-title, in it. Nice kick out there by Sheamus, going for a quick brogue. But Daniel going over to the corner. Big smile on the face of Sheamus. Is like, I was that close. I was that close to your dong. Because I think he has met him. Like backstage, and he was that close to your dong. So he's now saying he's going to invade tomorrow. Who's invading tomorrow? What's happened? Who's invading? Days, any idea about the Hall of Fame 2020? What? Any idea about when it's going to be? I mean, it was meant to be SummerSlam, but I think there's probably a chance it'll be Survivor Series now. I think they want a crowd, and SummerSlam's obviously not that far away, is it? And the coronavirus cases are as bad as they've ever been. And obviously, there's a lot of old people that tend to be around for Hall of Fame. So, like, you tend to, you know what I mean? It's the yearly get together, isn't it? It's when all the legends get together, and you can't put them into high risk situations like that. So, it's meant to be SummerSlam. It wouldn't surprise me if it gets pushed back. Pushed back. C Wrestling says Braun is going to wrong cult leader Bray. Then the Fiend gets revenge. Kim says, Days, every title in the 2010s, who is your favourite of each? We're not doing that. That'll take for Evs. Cloverleaf applied by Sheamus. Days, is UFC on Wednesday? I don't know. I'd need to have a look. Johnny Drip Drip versus Miz versus Cena. That's such a troll shirt. Days, me and my brother are leaving from my nan's house on Saturday. Very cool. Well, I mean, is that cool? I feel like it's cool. I don't know if your nan's going to be happy about it or not. I don't know. I don't know the situation there. Perhaps she'll be sad. Perhaps she'll be pleased. Perhaps you've been driving her up the wall. I don't know. So shout out to you. Shout out to your brother. Shout out to your nan as well. I think we are very popular in the nan community here. So shout out to her. Daniel, lovely. Over the top. Clothesline. Down goes Sheamus. Sheamus going to have to roll out. God, that's the slowest roll I've ever seen. It was like... to the edge of the ring. He doesn't even... Why didn't he just get out the ring? Why did he think lying on the edge of the ring was a good thing to do? Because Daniel Bryan has just drop-kicked him out of the ring. Running knee. No, he goes... gets planted into the barricade. There's going to be parts of this match that I won't have seen the other day, because I think we were... These streams turn into just a general chit-chat, don't they? I think we all know that. These streams tend to turn into a bit of a general chit-chat, so there's a bit of action that I don't always get a chance to see. That's cool, though. Driven into that barricade. Sheamus going up top. Days, I think Evolution 2 is going to be announced. Okay, cool. Days, Kyrie is not leaving WWE. The vacancy on Alexa Bliss stuff is a woman, though. Okay. What is going on with Kyrie? I've not seen what's going on with Kyrie. Last I heard, she was leaving, but WWE were going to offer a new contract. But we haven't heard as to whether she's staying or not. But she wants to face Asuka if Asuka retains. So I'd imagine Asuka will. I'd imagine we'll get that match. And imagine that's going to give us a good answer as to whether she's staying or not. I would expect her to lose and leave. But who knows? Daniel in the ring with Sheamus. He's got Sheamus down. Some joint manipulation from Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan channeling his inner Pete Dunne. All the way back in 2012. And I think around about... In 2012, I think Pete Dunne was about 3. So, it's impressive. Look at that. Lovely work by Daniel. Watch out for this. Daze is going to wonder why Ice Cream has taken over his chat. To be honest, that wouldn't surprise me. I know this community very well. If I looked down and saw people talking about ice cream, I'd just be like, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. 1. Oh, kick out by Sheamus. I saw Billy Corgan said he's not shutting NWA down, but then he said talent can leave if they like. Sounds like he doesn't know what he's going to do. I don't know. I mean, it's a very difficult situation. I mean, I can understand he is in a situation right now where he's got a company that can't put on wrestling shows and he's having to pay a lot of money. You know, if talent are going to turn around and say, yeah, look, I'm going to go elsewhere, he probably is going to have to accept that, you know, that's a wage off the bill, you know, off the payroll. So NWA will live forever. NWA, whatever happens, will live forever. Someone can put on a wrestling show under the banner of NWA. The concern is, what's it going to look like when it comes back? I mean, I'd imagine it's still going to have that studio feel. Kick to the midsection by Daniel. Daniel stomping away. Day's name, the best Universal champ. Owens, Balor, well, not Balor. Reigns, The Fiend, Strowman, Rollins, Lesnar, or Goldberg, not Goldberg. I think Owens' reign was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? Didn't Jericho keep helping him retain? So Owens, no. Balor, no. Fiend, no. Because he lost to Goldberg. He didn't get a chance to defend it. He had a universally... I mean, when did he get it? He got it at... I mean, he held it, what, a few months, was it? It was not a great run. I think even the most passionate Fiend fans would agree that it didn't go to plan. Strowman hasn't done anything with it yet. I mean, we're down to Reigns, Rollins, Lesnar. I can't even remember Rollins holding it. Why can't I remember Rollins holding it? Has Rollins been the Universal Champ? Big strikes coming in by Sheamus. Yeah. 98 days and 81 days. Not great reigns. Roman only held it for 63 days, in all fairness. I mean, I suppose you've got to look at Brock. I mean, Brock has held it How many times has Brock held it? 1, 2, 3. Brock's held it 3 times. His first reign was 500 days. His second reign was 150 days. And his third reign was 28 days, something like that. So he's held it for nearly 2 years in total. It's pretty good, isn't it? In this day and age, that's pretty impressive. Got to say Lesnar. I still, honestly, can't remember Seth as champ, as Universal champ. I don't know why. I just cannot remember it. Sheamus into the corner. Roman lost it because he had to relinquish it. That's true. Don't know what the plan would have been, do we, I suppose, but have to judge it on what we actually get. Daniel up top. Oh, he was looking for a... Oh, nice shoulder tackle off the top by Sheamus. Yeah, Daniel was going for a head scissor takedown, but maybe even a hurricanrana, but he couldn't get it. Sheamus with a shoulder tackle from the top. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match. I would have booked it that The Fiend beat Seth the first time, then Cesaro won the 2020 Rumble and faced Fiend at Mania to beat his undefeated streak, but Drew still got his match with Brock. What socks have you got on? I always wear black socks. That's why I'm giving all 3 pairs of those socks away, because all I wear are black socks. I might even have OCD about it. I don't know. I just wear black socks. It's not like a weird thing. I've only ever owned black socks. If ever I have to get socks, I have the most boring socks. I never get anything with a pattern. I just buy the cheapest socks. My thought process is no one sees them. So I can understand t-shirts and things like this that people see, but like socks, they're hidden away. I mean, who is wearing their socks over their trousers? Do you know what I mean? And trust me, in the UK, there's not that many days where you're breaking out the shorts. So, I don't know, maybe in other countries where it's a bit warmer, but pretty much always wearing, like, trousers or something. So, there's just no need for me to get adventurous with my socks. I'm just not that crazy. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not that crazy. I know I come across as this zany guy, but no, my socks are just black, like my heart. Into the ring post goes Sheamus. Coaster Maniacs says, breaking former star Enzo in the VIP lounge. Come in very soon. There we go. Big sign-in by Coaster. Shout out to you. Got Enzo. Doesn't he spell it N-Z-O now? Does he spell it N-Z-O? Or is that just his music thing? Enzo. You'll have to ask him how he's doing. Emo days. Yes, emo day. I'm just here. You'll see me all in black soon. It's like, hey guys. I don't know how emos talk. Kicks, yes, kicks coming in by Daniel. Sheamus over by the ropes. Daniel firing him in, and the ref's going, Daniel, please, you've lost it. You've lost your mind, Daniel. You're better than this, Daniel. DQ to Daniel Bryan. So, 1-0 to Sheamus. Daniel Bryan getting disqualified, but he's not sad about it. If anything, he's happy. I feel like this is a place I can show how much I like wrestling, because no one I know likes wrestling. Oh yeah, Kim, do it. Share that passion. This is a place where it's safe to do that. Well, I hope anyway. Otherwise, I'm screwed. We've got Sheamus in the corner. Daniel. Oh, nice drop kick in the corner. Sheamus collapsing down, and Daniel going for that LeBell lock, that yes lock. Yes lock applied. I remember watching this the other day. It's moody. He's really got it on. And Sheamus really doesn't want to give up. Sheamus desperate. He's quite close to the ropes as well. Yes! Screams Daniel. Yes! Yeah, here we go. Sheamus is fading. Booker's like, ref, stop it. He's out. He's out. He's not out, Booker. Oh, it's moody, innit? He's readjusted it. Yeah, it's right over his nose and his mouth. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's out. 1 fall each. Yes, says James, the action figure guy. Yes. Daniel getting them yes chants going. The doctor is in, trying to revive Sheamus. He's like, Sheamus, there's one more fall. Sheamus. Booker T saying there's no way that Sheamus is going to be able to continue. We've got dueling chants. They're chanting yes, but some of the crowd are chanting no. Yes, no, yes, no. Billy has music. Days, you don't remember Seth being Universal Champion? No. It's completely gone out of my head. I genuinely don't remember. I can't remember who he defended against. I can't remember. And looking back at the history, he was Universal Champ twice. But it clearly made no impression on me. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I have covered it and spoke about it on the channel. I'm sure we've done watch-alongs. But no, it's gone. Yes, chance by Daniel still, and they're still trying to get Sheamus to come round in the corner. They're not going to be calling for the action until Sheamus is on his feet and is able to defend himself. Oh, Brogue out of nowhere! Daniel went running forward just as the ref was like, okay, let's go. Daniel came running forward, but a big Brogue. Big Brogue. Sheamus crawling over. Sheamus, 1, 2. Shoulder up by Daniel. Shoulder up by Daniel. You disliked Rollins for beating Lesnar clean. That might be why I've erased it from my brain then. That might be why I've erased it. I hated that. Oh, I hated that. You're right. That sucked. He was injured. Lesnar, former UFC champion. Oh, I hated that. And of course, The Fiend got the title off him, didn't he? It was The Fiend beat Seth. But that run there, was it like 3 months or whatever? Awful. I mean, actually, it might have had some good matches, I don't know. But the way it started, and it had the Hell in a Cell match, awful. Oh, yeah. My mind must have a really good way of going, let's just forget this. If anyone says, did Sting have a match at WrestleMania? I'll be like, no, I don't think so. I can't remember. Not that I can remember. Sting at WrestleMania? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Have you ever heard of Eva Marie? Eva Marie? I don't think so. No. It's just like a self-coping mechanism that I've got. It's just a way of getting through life. Just legitimately forgetting things that cause me pain. Just try it. It's really good. Forearm strikes by Sheamus. Days, do you have a work other than YouTube? No. I used to, but not now. This takes up all of my time. But I'm very fortunate in that we've got such a great community that I'm able to do that. That's why all the support, makes a massive difference. People joining us. That's why, trying to do like as many watch-alongs as we can because people seem to enjoy them. And obviously we've got a very vibrant community. We did 100 days in a row and people wanted more. Big splash by Daniel. My shoulder doesn't want more. My shoulder's tapping out. This is what happens when you get well into 21. I gotta tell you, I haven't just turned 21. I've been at 21 for a while. And when you've been at 21 for a while, the shoulder starts to go. Daniel with a running knee in the corner, but Sheamus moves out the way. Gets taken down there by Sheamus, Daniel. Going back over. Another big strike by Sheamus. Sheamus having to dig deep here. He was in a bad situation. Backbreaker by Sheamus. I think we've got 3 matches left that I believe is Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, Shield versus Evolution, and Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. Bro kick by Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus wins. Sheamus wins. And still the world heavyweight champion. Days, you should check out Daniel Bryan versus Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins from Ring of Honor. It's amazing on YouTube somewhere. Days, technically UK time, you streamed Raw on the Tuesday. That was day 101, which means the stream streak is alive. It's alive! It's still going. No, let's not encourage. We're not encouraging that. We're not encouraging that. It's alive! So there's Sheamus retaining big gold. Miss big gold. We all miss big gold. We've touched on this many times, but I still feel it whenever I see it. It's a wonderful championship. And Sheamus has retained it. Sheamus has beaten Daniel and Roman in under 1 minute combined. Isn't that impressive? Yes. Hashtag encourage it. Right, we're moving on from this 2 out of 3 falls match. I think it's Triple H Brock Lesnar next. I think. I don't think often, but yeah. Triple H. Triple H losing to Brock. They had a rematch at WrestleMania 29. So here we go. Wow, steel. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. Steel cage match. This is Extreme Rules. May 19th, 2013. Steel cage match. They've named the best SmackDown tag champs. For me, it's Usos or New Day. Yeah, probably New Day. Probably New Day. Slammiversary is going to be awesome. Let's see if I can get in more trouble with Impact. Did you get in trouble with Impact? Why did you get in trouble with Impact? Was it like copyright stuff? Days, who is the better in-ring wrestler, Seth or Roman? I think Seth is the better wrestler, but I think Roman is still very good. But I think Seth's a little more Shawn Michaels-esque. Lesnar making his way down in his red and black shorts, which I think are really cool. He's got Paul Heyman by his side as well. Days, how did Brock end the Undertaker streak and then lose to an injured Seth? Johnny, we're not going there. Triple H out of nowhere, jumping Lesnar as he was mid-entrance. Whoa, look at this. He's just smacked and knocked down Paul Heyman. Triple H. Triple H comes crashing down onto Brock. No, they gave me permission for copyright. But I went in their premiere and tweeted it out, and they didn't appreciate that 90% of the people were there for me and not them. Oh, really? Very cool. Very cool. Right, Brock in the corner after getting smashed into the cage. Triple H hurling him again. I tell you what, you got some. We had Air Lesnar then. Spine buster. Days, who do you think is the top 3 best in-ring female wrestlers? My knowledge of Stardom. Are we talking ever? What are we saying there, Jonathan? Are we talking ever or what? Triple H down. I'm watching Slammiversary over UFC on Saturday. Yeah, Jonathan, let me know. Are we talking ever? 2 hulking... That's a good word. 2 hulking titans battling in a cage with weapons. Hey, what did Meltzer give this? What did old Meltzer baby give this? Let's have a look. Dave Meltzer. Extreme Rules 2013. He gave this match a wonderful 4 stars. There we go. 4 stars again. I tell you, we're in like 4-star city, aren't we? 4-star city. There is actually a place in Birmingham called Star City that I've been to. But we're not there. We're in 4-star city. Days current. Best current female wrestlers. Asuka, number 1. Charlotte. Maybe Io. Mercedes Martinez is very cool. I don't think there is anyone in AEW. Thunder Rosa would be worth a shout. I'll go Asuka, Charlotte, Io, Thunder Rosa just bubbling underneath. Bayley. I think her heel turn has been excellent. I think that she's always been solid in ring, but I really like now the fact she's taken the lead. Her promos are very good. I got a lot of time for her. I think Natalia as well is like this wily veteran who deserves some respect to get put on her name. So I think she's in the mix as well. But honestly, there could be some people in Stardom that deserve to be on that list. My Stardom knowledge is just not where it should be. Rhea, I think, is improving, but I've not seen enough from her yet to have her really anywhere near that list. But I did really enjoy her match at WrestleMania, and she's still so young. Brock drives Triple H into the side of the cage. Beaver Cleavage says Nia, Jax, and no one else. Chris thinks that heel Bayley is awful. Days, I think the three are Charlotte, Sasha, and Asuka, says Johnny. Who is better, Sasha or Bayley? For me, Bayley. I think that in-ring wise, they're quite comparable. You might give Sasha the edge. But I think that Bayley's heel turn has been a real success. I said before, she's always played second fiddle. She was always very polite. Do you know what I mean? She always let the others shine. Like, she would let them talk and she'd be a little bit in the background. Now she's like telling Sasha that she's going to have a match, or she'll be interrupting her on the mic, or she takes the lead. She is very much stepping out of the shadows. I love her trash talking to the ref. Love her relationship with the commentators. She's always been solid in ring. I thought that her match against Tamina was quite strong. I thought that her just her run as champion has been a success. Bayley is someone that I thought would be a big success as a face, and for whatever reason, they wasn't catching on. I mean, I thought she was going to be a real success. Kids loved her. She had the wacky inflatable people. She just seemed so well positioned to take over the WWE. I thought she was going to be a big deal. Kids would love her. She'd shift loads of merch. Just for whatever reason, it just didn't catch on. Didn't catch fire. Just didn't get where I thought it was going to be. And they were brave to change her, but they're reaping the rewards because, as I said, I think she has now emerged out of the shadows. They're clearly happy with Bayley and Sasha because they're using them on every show they can. They've got them women's titles on them. They've been in NXT. They've been on Raw. They've been on SmackDown. You could argue they're being overexposed. But if this is all building towards Sasha versus Bayley, we've seen them so much, and it's been teased that much that when it happens, that is going to be a big match. That is going to be a big match. Sasha versus Bayley could main event pretty much any pay-per-view. That'll be a big match. It's had a lot of focus on it. Brock has got the Kimura onto Triple H. Days, guys, what is Dale Gas in English? I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is. I see Umberto wearing that shirt, and I just don't even know what it is. Days, how about male top 3? What, best in ring, current best in ring? They'd probably all be in New Japan, to be honest. I think you'd have to go Okada. Maybe Ospreay. Takahashi. I think they're better than pretty much anything that's in America. Chop block there by Triple H. Triple H trying to get over to the door. Paul Heyman, though, slamming the door on Triple H. So Triple H not able to escape here. He's up on the shoulders of Brock. F5. F5 by Lesnar. 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. You like Britt Baker? I do like Britt Baker, yes. I am a fan. I think it's one of the best ways that they've used, or I've seen a talent that's out injured being used. I'm very impressed with how they've used her. Do you know what I mean? Normally, if someone's injured, they're just out of the way, aren't they? You don't see them. But the fact that she still wants to be on TV, she still wants that spotlight, makes perfect sense. She should, because I think she's done more to get over since she's been injured than when she was wrestling. I think this injury has been a brilliant thing for her. I'm more into Britt Baker now than when she was wrestling. I think her wrestling's pretty solid, but I can't say spectacular. I mean, I can't tell you of any 4 or 5 star matches that Britt Baker's been having, but I love how they're using her. And I'm looking forward to her coming back and having a match against Big Swole. So, yeah, they've done really well there. Shake it off. I think Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar are just discussing their favourite Taylor Swift songs. I'm sure Brock Lesnar just said Romeo and Juliet. Triple H was on the shoulders of Brock, but Brock's knee gave out, and Triple H goes right back for that knee again. So Triple H really working on that knee. There's a chair in the ring, and I think Triple H is going to look to try and grab that and utilize that. Brock trying to... Paul Heyman screaming. He's got the chair. Into the midsection. Triple H smashing Brock with that chair over the back. Brock Lesnar screaming in pain. Right on the buttocks. He just chaired him right on the buttocks. And now he's going after the knee. 2 goats. What figure do you want to come from San Diego Comic-Con next Thursday? Bull Nakano. I'd love a Bull Nakano. Days, do you know WWE was pursuing Timothy Thatcher for years? But the only reason he came was because New Japan turned him down. I didn't know that. No, did not know that. Undertaker Shawn, career versus streak. Did Shawn climb in the Elimination Chamber when Taker was about to win it, or was that something different? What? What do you mean? Brock is down. Triple H trying to get up to his feet. Are you saying, I'm trying to figure out that. Are you saying in the build for that? Are you saying, did he do that in the build towards that match? Kimura again in the corner. Oh, it's devastating when you've got a move that rhymes. A Kimura in the corner. Oh, it's my new kids book that's coming out called Kimura in the Corner. It's going to be perfect. It's the new Harry Potter. Kimura in the Corner by Brock Lesnar. There once was a man called Hunter Hearst Helmsley, but he was ashamed of his name, and so he called himself Triple H instead. And one day, this beast put on a Kimura in the corner. Triple H, though, has managed to escape it. Now he's going for a figure 4. Woo! Brock Lesnar in a figure 4, screaming in pain. Screaming in pain. Brock trying to break out of this figure 4, but this figure 4 is cinched in. Triple H is pounding on Lesnar's legs. Yeah, Brock screaming in pain here. Don't tap is the advice from Paul Heyman, but it's cage match. Even if he gets to the ropes, they can't break it. Break the hold. The ref's like, no. Break the freaking hold, says Paul Heyman. Break the freaking hold. It's been reversed, though. Brock Lesnar has turned it around, and that pressure being put onto the legs of Triple H. In WWE, who do you think are the top 3 male stars? What, in-ring wise? Don't know, man. You've probably got to be looking at the likes of Johnny Gargano. I think Cesaro would be in the mix. AJ Styles would be in the mix. Those would be the first names that come to mind. Seth Rollins is obviously really good, but his current gimmick's just not quite right for me, and I think a few other people as well. Brock's trying to escape the cage here. Triple H, though, has grabbed a chair and he's walloped the leg of Brock. Brock is at the top of the cage in pain. Wow. Brock Lesnar hurting right now. Triple H, elbow to the midsection by Brock. Triple H smashing his face off the cage. And again, Brock Lesnar goes down. Triple H up top. Lesnar down in the ring. Little smile, a little laugh there by Triple H. That is sadistic. Oh, he had a sledgehammer hidden. It was camouflaged. He painted it the same colour as the cage. That's what the smile was about. He gave a little smile. He reached up. And isn't it funny that it was right there in that corner where he just happened to be standing anyway? Lesnar's grabbed it, though. Lesnar grabbing that sledgehammer. And, misses. Down he goes. The sledgehammer gets dropped. Is he trying to get a sharpshooter? Triple H going for a sharpshooter on Brock Lesnar. There we go. Triple H with a sharpshooter on Brock Lesnar. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. Brock Lesnar's body completely changed. Brock's going over, trying to grab that sledgehammer. He's got it. He's got it. He's managed to get that sledgehammer. Paul Heyman has opened the door. Paul Heyman's coming into the ring. Triple H kicking Paul Heyman in the midsection. He's going to pedigree Paul. Pedigree Paul. Oh, that's a new character in my kids' book, Pedigree Paul. Brock Lesnar trying to use the sledgehammer. He's going to pedigree Brock. Oh! Here we go. 1, 2. Kick out by Brock. Can Triple H try and pin Paul? I can't see pin Paul kicking out. Pedigree Paul. Danes, what was your favourite member of DX? Triple H or Shawn? I mean, I really like China, but got to be one of the main two, innit? Do you think we'll have Hell in a Cell this year? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't know that there'll be fans there. I don't know. I know they're looking for the end of September. I can't remember what year it tends to happen. Yeah. What month it tends to happen. I can't remember. I mean, Survivor Series is November. TLC is December. Hell in a Cell, I feel like, is October. SummerSlam is August. What would be September? What would be September? Can't remember. Brock going over to the corner. Hopefully great balls of fire too. That's what we're hoping for. Great balls of fire too. I'll have a look. WWE pay-per-view schedule. Brock up on his feet. Brock, driving that sledgehammer into the face. Into the face of Triple H. The upcoming schedule only says Extreme Rules, Takeover Boston in August, SummerSlam. So according to this, it's Takeover Boston, August 22nd, and then it's SummerSlam, August 23rd, and then it's Takeover Dublin, October 25th. They're the only confirmed, according to Wikipedia, the only confirmed events. So there we go. Brock standing over Trips. Just pin him. Just pin him, mate. Yeah. Jerry Lawler says all he's got to do is walk out the cage now, but he's not satisfied. He's trying to get Triple H up onto his shoulders. Lesnar, F5 to Triple H. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar wins. Brock Lesnar beats Triple H. Do you think Scarlett will have any matches in NXT? I would think so, yes. Halloween Havoc should come back. Yes. No. That's spray painted sledgehammer's cool. And he leaves it on Triple H. I bet that's quite cold, actually, thinking about it. Imagine just lying there, you're sweating, you're really warm, and then he puts this sledgehammer, like, that's cold. But you can't react like that. Not when you're pretending to be unconscious. So, some great acting skills there. No reaction. If that was me, I'd be like, get it off, get it off. Oh. You'd be like, you're ruining it. I think we got 2 matches left. Days will we see Volta Balor at TakeOver Dublin. I don't know. I don't know if they're still going to continue with that story. I think by then we could, because I think that the coronavirus is a little more under control, a little more contained over here than it is in America at the moment. But who knows? I mean, you just can't predict the future, can you? I mean, they are saying that there's going to be a second spike this winter. I don't know. Who even knows if that event's going to go ahead? Right now it's penciled in, and we're going to have to wait and see. I think Halloween Havoc should be an NXT takeover. Yeah. They might do that. They've certainly given us In Your House and Great American Bash. So Halloween Havoc would make sense, wouldn't it? Days, name the best NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Where can I find these matches? They're on the WWE Network. They're on the free version of the network as well. So we got 2 matches to go. This is the best Extreme Rules matches ever. We've seen Daniel Bryan, Sheamus. We've seen John Cena versus Miz and Morrison. I think the best match we've seen so far is Edge Jeff Hardy. I really love that. That was a really good match. I think that was the best we've had so far. But this next match is awesome. This next match is epic. I think people are going to enjoy this next one. Brock Lesnar has gone to the entranceway. I'm asking because I don't see Hell in a Cell in the Performance Center. Oh, no, I think it'll be fine. I think they can fit it in. They've got enough room. They'll probably pre-record it because it'll take so long to set up the cell. They're certainly not going to have it built and lower it. There's no way of lowering it. But if they need to do a Hell in a Cell, there's probably enough room in there to set up the cell. But yeah, they'll just have to tape it, and then it'll be like, we'll go to commercials. When we go back, the cell will be set up. So then I think they can do it. We've got less than an hour to go. We are under an hour. Now, I think there's 2 matches left, and I think this next one is going to be Evolution versus The Shield. It's going to be great to see The Shield again. Fall into his own sledgehammer. There we go. The Shield had enough. It's calling it. Love The Shield. So Triple H gets Orton, gets Batista. Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista, Evolution versus The Shield. This isn't Blue Tista, unfortunately. I think Blue Tista is Payback when they face each other. I think this is Red Tista. There he is, Red Tista. I love the Evolution music. This match was awesome, says Johnny. So there's only 5 matches, not 6. I think there's 6. How many have we seen? I don't know. I think we've got 2 left. This and Roman AJ. Give us brand new pay-per-view match stipulations, WWE. Brock always winning. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Hello, Jonathan from China. Shout out to you. Is this before Seth turns? Yeah, of course. Not right before he turns, no. But it is before he turns. Otherwise, that would make this an awkward match. So, Batista looking out at the crowd. He is ripped, isn't he? That is a powerful group, innit? Well, I mean, there's no weaknesses there. That is a powerful group. The best stables of all time, Shield and Evolution. I was jamming to Batista's theme, I Walk Alone. It's a good theme. It's a good theme. Well, look, Evolution are in there. Just got to wait for Sierra, Hotel, Echo, India. Delicious. They are making them wait. Triple H looking out. Batista coming over, having a little word. Oh man, that music's awesome. I love that. Dean Ambrose, the US champ at this point. Coming through the crowd. Brilliant. Roman Reigns is the man who chucks his fist. Roman Reigns is the best in the world. My dream stable versus stable match would have been the 99 DX versus Nexus of 2010. General Snotty Notty says it sucks that Batista lost his mass. He was massive in the early years. He's still looking pretty good here. He's still, I mean, I know he's not as big, but he still looks all right. It's cool, man, isn't it? It's really cool. Shield in the ring. I always thought that Dean Ambrose was going to be the breakout star. The ref saying, all right, we good to go? Is he ringing the bell? You gotta love when people see what happens when a star go. Well, here we're going here. All 6 guys in the ring right now. Seth clotheslines Triple H out of the ring. Randy gets thrown out by Roman. Shield cleaning house. Batista trying to get back in. Shield have cleared the ring. This is cool. Days, what are the top 3 modern factions? Well, I think you'd have to say Undisputed Era would be up there. And I don't know. I mean, would you include the Bullet Club and New Japan, those factions? Would you class the Elite as a faction? Kick to the midsection by Triple H. Big strikes coming in by Seth. He's got Triple H against the ropes. Triple H reversing, going for a clothesline. We've got a bit of order that's come to this match now. It is Seth in there with Triple H. Everyone else is outside of the ring. And we had a bit of carnage at the start, but it has settled down. Days, what was your favourite moment in WWE of all time? Mine would be when Seth cashed in. Favourite ever moment. It's hard, isn't it? I mean, how do you narrow it down to one? I don't know. The most iconic for me is Andre and Hogan at WrestleMania 3, but I don't know that that's my favourite moment. I'd have to give that some thought. Seth into the corner. Feel free to let me know in the chat what is your favourite ever moment. Let me know what's yours. Give me some inspiration. Stomp away there by Randy Orton. Heather says, I'm the oddball. I'm rooting for Evolution. Motorhead was amazing. They were great, weren't they? They were great. So Seth is in the wrong part of town here. Evolution are taking control. There was too many being pushed as a face back then. Randy slingshot in Seth into that bottom rope. Big right hand by Randy. Triple H is tagged in. Big kick by Triple H. Another big right hand, and Seth goes down. So the pace of this to start us off is quite slow. It's obviously going to take a little bit of time to get going. We had a little bit of carnage at the start, but the story right now is that Seth is getting beaten up. Evolution are firmly in control. We'll have a look, see what Uncle Dave rated this match. I think this is 4.5 stars. It is 4.5 stars for this one. This is the highest rated match we will have seen tonight. Highest rated match we will have seen tonight so far, this one. Do you know the match before this was Bad News Barrett versus Big E for the Intercontinental Championship? How cool is that? And the match before that was Rusev versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods. How cool is that? Handicap match for Rusev taking on R-Truth and Xavier Woods. And the match after this is Bray Wyatt versus John Cena in a steel cage. This is Extreme Rules 2014. Was that the one where the kid appeared and started like singing a nursery rhyme to John Cena? That was weird, wasn't it? Edge's return was amazing. Hell in a Cell is one of my favourite pay-per-views. My favourite moment is Roman beating Brock at SummerSlam. AJ's Royal Rumble debut. General Snotty Notty says nothing from this era. Yeah, it's hard. I would struggle to tell you my favourite ever moment. I really love, and it's going to sound so strange, but I love Sting arriving in WWE, but it's not my favourite ever moment. I also really love that moment with Rock and Ronda at WrestleMania 31. I loved that. It's done so well. I just love the fact that, you know, they're telling him to get out the ring and he says, I would never hit a woman. And like he goes out the ring and goes round. He has a little thing and he just looks over and it's just the way, I've said it so many times, it's just the way the camera just moves across. He's like, well, I would never hit a woman. And there's Ronda. And he grabs her, takes her. I just love it. It's such a great moment. So I love that moment. Love Sting's arrival. Finally, after all of those years, him at Survivor Series. That was so good. The end of that match was so good. Drop kick into the corner. Big strikes coming in by Ambrose. I don't know that anyone has won the Rumble that I've lost my mind over, to be honest. I can't think of any like big Rumble winners. Been plenty of Rumble moments. Like people have said, you know, AJ being in the Rumble, Edge being in the Rumble, they were all great. Big strike, Batista goes down. Uppercut by Randy. Oh, yeah, do you remember when Ambrose used to do that? Go through the ropes. Whenever he'd get clotheslined, he'd go through the ropes, come bouncing back. That's a little blast from the past. Hardy's return. Yeah, that was very good, wasn't it? WrestleMania 33. That's very good. The double turn at WrestleMania, was it 13? Stone Cold and Brett. That was amazing. Into the barricade goes Batista. Roman Reigns hurling Batista. I miss young and crazy Dean Ambrose. One of my favourite moments, the end of the era, WrestleMania 28. Yeah, that was great. That was great. All three of them at the top of the ramp. The entrance stage. That was good. Strikes into Ambrose, who's in Evolution's corner. Time is really running away here. Amazingly, we've just been sitting and chatting, but we're already nearly 2.25 hours in. We've got around about 40 odd minutes left of this show, that's all. So about 40 minutes left. As we said, big weekend this weekend. We got Smackdown tomorrow, UFC title fight. There will be a flyweight champion crowned. And that's going to be a good fight as well. Flyweight is a very exciting division, so looking forward to that on Saturday. On Sunday, Extreme Rules. Monday, Raw. So yeah, next four days in particular, very, very busy. Evolution doing very, very well here. The formation of the NWO, because it changed wrestling, says Beaver Cleavage. Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. Hogan's turn was great. It's the refresh that he needed. Randy in there with Ambrose. Randy with a headlock on. Days in WWE, who do you think is the best at cutting promos at present? Maybe Edge and Orton. Their promos have been incredible. Absolutely incredible. Edge. Well, both of them. But, I mean, Edge has cut some amazing promos since he came back. Got to be right up there. Some of the best promos of the year. It's all coming from such a real place. In comes Triple H. Big strike. Ambrose goes down. Triple H grabbing Ambrose. Another big strike again, and Ambrose goes down again. Backed into the corner. Another quick strikes. Mixing it up. Few shots to the body. Few overhands to the head. Ambrose swinging and missing, but there was no one there. Triple H was well out of the way. Triple H running into a big boot by Ambrose. Spinebuster by Triple H. 1, 2. Kick out by Ambrose. Ambrose already having to dig quite deep. Evolution using their experience. Quick tags. No one's in there for that long. They're keeping it fresh. Batista coming in now. Ambrose against the ropes. Back elbow. Ambrose goes down. 1, 2. I'm going to try and watch UFC and Slammiversary. Seth's trying to help us from Ray getting too old to be giving us bad matches. You can't wrestle is the chant. You can't wrestle. Random question. What all-time faction do you think would suit you the best to join? I don't know. One that doesn't need me to do anything in ring. Whatever faction doesn't need me to actually do anything in ring. If I can just, like, be on the outside doing, you know, typical managing stuff. Occasionally tripping someone over or, you know, whacking them with some kind of object. Cutting the odd promo. You know, lovely. I'll do that. Basically, who needs a manager? Maybe Undisputed Era. There's 4 of them. They don't need a manager. But there's very little chance I'm going to have to get involved in any in-ring stuff, is there? So, and do you know what I mean? They're cool. I'm cool. It's a match made in heaven. Ambrose finally crawling over to the corner. Tags in Roman. Roman comes in. Big clothesline to Batista. Batista hurling Roman against the ropes. Comes smashing down. There's some real energy here. Randy's in there. Roman comes crashing down on him as well. Massive clothesline. Big right hand. Clothesline. Randy goes out. People love Roman here. Roman in the Shield is so popular. Drive-by Roman. Big clothesline. Kick to the midsection. Into the barricade. Batista catching him. Look at him. Seth. Nice. Springboard knee by Seth. Superman punch by Roman. They are dominating. They're going for the triple power bomb. Calling for it. Got him up. Batista, boom. 1, 2. And Roman gets dragged out of the ring and beaten up by Randy and Triple H. This match has gone to a different level now. That kind of slow pace that we had in the ring has gone. Seth Rollins trying a suicide dive, totally missing, going into the barricade. Triple H is looking for the pedigree on Roman, gets it. Gets it, Triple H with a pedigree. And Ambrose jumps in. Starts beating up on Triple H. 2. Kick out. Batista. Look, oh, man, it's everywhere. Batista had his arm draped over Roman. Roman kicks out. Triple H and Dean Ambrose are fighting over by the commentary table. Seth has crashed and burnt outside of the ring after that suicide dive. Randy Orton is getting back in. Viper, is he going to be looking for an RKO? Goes for it. There it is. An RKO. Batista crawling over. 1, 2. Seth makes the save. This is good. This is good. Seth smashing Randy's face into the barricade. Big chop by Seth. Big right hand. Back to a chop. Back to a right hand. Grabbing Randy Orton. Hurling him into the barricade. Big smile on a kid in the front row there. He was loving it. The cameraman's gone. Yay! The cameraman. Whoa! Down he goes. That's when you've got real carnage. That's when you know you've got true carnage. Not if you've got all these moving parts happening. But the cameraman has fallen. Oh, Ambrose running along the commentary tables. Colliding into Triple H and Randy. Someone in the crowd has got a sign that says 30 pay-per-views in a row. So I'm guessing he's been to 30 pay-per-views, but we're in with the crowd now. Ambrose, Seth, Orton, Triple H all brawling in the crowd. Hurling him into that railing. Triple H and Seth. It is brilliant. It's really good. It's we got Batista and Roman both in the ring. Randy has got Ambrose. Ambrose firing in some big right hands. Randy replying with a big right hand of his own. They are going way up to big back body drop onto that steel flooring. Man, this is fire, man. Days, this stream has been amazing. Johnny, shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. There, Ambrose falling down those steps in the stand. It's really good action. I don't know what teams could do this. Undisputed Era could do this. But against who? Who could they have this kind of a war with? Undisputed Era, definitely. I don't see them doing this kind of a match against Imperium. New Day, maybe, when Xavier's back, but I'm not sure. Maybe. Undisputed Era New Day could do this. Dean Ambrose is being attacked right now by both Randy Orton and Triple H. This is a very famous spot coming up. It's great. Here we go. Look, they're beating up. Oh, massive crossbody. From the top, from the crowd, comes crashing down. Seth Rollins taking out Randy Orton and Triple H. All four guys are down. Camera going back to the ring. You can see Batista slowly getting up to his feet. It's great. Spine buster by Batista. Batista looking to put this away. Batista looking for that Batista bomb. He's got Roman in position, but Roman, Superman punch. Batista goes down. Roman backed into the corner. He's looking, waiting. He's calling. Spear. 1, 2, 3. Shield win. Best match we've seen so far tonight. Dave Meltzer was right to give that 4.5. So good. Start of it is quite slow. First half of it is like typical tag team wrestling. Waiting for the hot tag, all that kind of stuff. But man, once it goes, it goes. The Shield. How great are the Shield? Do you remember the moment when fans used to cheer Roman? Yeah, right there. That was great. That was great. Chalmers says, loved this. Mustafa says, this was the Shield's peak moment. Monica saying, I miss Roman. Great match. That was a great Seth moment, though. That's a big moment for Seth when he does that crossbody in the crowd. That's awesome. There's a better camera angle here, actually. Look at that. Look at that. He gets like, he must be 20 odd feet in the air. It's amazing. Amazing. Days Undisputed Era versus Seth and his buddies. I don't know. I just don't know that this is the same Seth. Would we see the Monday Night Messiah doing stuff like that? I don't know. Maybe. But I think Monday Night Messiah Seth is a very different Seth to Shield Seth. Believe in the Shield. The Shield are so good, bringing AEW and WWE together. Believe in the Shield. All three superstars would go on to become WWE Championes. Payback. The phenomenal AJ Styles. That was a great match, actually, that Payback match. That was a great match. So, Roman getting the win at Payback means that there would have to be a rematch after outside interference. Oh. 30 minutes, yeah, 30 minutes. One more time they collided after that Payback at Extreme Rules. We need to have a look, see what Uncle Dave scored this one as AJ. This is 2016. This is the year that AJ made his arrival in WWE. WWE. They don't want none. Say, but I don't really want none. Do you want some? They don't want none. Nobody wants none. This got 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars. Wow, we are ending on 2 great matches here. I mean, it's been fun. It's been fun. I thought Edge Hardy was the best we saw, but maybe it was actually Shield Evolution that just pips it. But maybe this pips it. I can't quite remember this. They don't want none. Nobody wants none. I liked it when he just had that plain black top. That was cool. Dun 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 dun. Boo! Boo! The big fight. This match was amazing and underrated. John says, I remember this match being great. Toy Universe says 2016 was a great year in WWE. Is this the last match? I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. We are less than half an hour. I mean, we've got, what, 27 minutes? How dare you boo Roman? I'm only mimicking what the crowd are doing. Days, just think how great AJ Styles' career in WWE would have been if he would have left TNA earlier. The stream has been phenomenal. You've been phenomenal, Monica King. Giant, what do you think is the best theme song ever? We've spoke about this a few times. In fact, I think we spoke about it last time. I don't know how you judge the best theme song ever. I mean, Undertaker's theme perfectly fits him. And it's one of the best, if not the best entrances. So does that win it? But then, like, coolest, you know, I mean, Motorhead are pretty hard to beat. So then, you know, Triple H's theme is really cool. Like, the one that I think is universally loved would be, like, DX's theme. I'm still standing with Kamala, man. I love Kamala's theme. Fits in perfect. It's really cool. Tribal. I love it. I mean, look, would I put it on if I was, you know what I mean, getting ready to go to the club? Yeah. Yeah, I would, actually. I might have it at my funeral. It's what he wanted. Hopefully the Undertaker's doing my funeral. Roman Reigns getting his that is such a good sign. I've never seen that sign before. Roman is annoying. Roman is annoying. Basically saying Roman is annoying, but playing on the family name of Anoa'i. So Roman is annoying. Oh, that is funny. That is good. Good word play there, whoever made that sign. That's clever. Days, I recommend you to do the McMahon figure. What? That's my reaction. What? The Vince McMahon figure, the recent one that came out like a couple of series ago. Do a review of it? I don't have it. You should do the Firefly Funhouse song at your funeral. No, I'll do the Wheel of Fun. That way I can decide if I'm going to be cremated or buried. It's the funeral of fun. Everybody loves the funeral of fun. What was that? The funeral of fun? It's the funeral of fun. Ba-dum-bum. Oh, he's being cremated. Join us, everyone, as we come together to sing Kamala's theme song. And we'll have a few words from Brother Love. Monards! I love you! It's going to be a riot. Anyway, let's put that to one side. Let's put the thoughts of my funeral to one side. And let's focus on this final match in this connection. Roman, AJ. AJ gone out the ring. This is classic AJ attire, isn't it? This is, I want to say, what he debuted in. Like black attire, but with blue highlights, like blue gloves, slight blue on his boot coverings. He's gone to grab a chair. There's a sign in the crowd, R.I.P. Katie Vick. Why has someone brought a sign to a 2016 show that says R.I.P. Katie Vick? That is amazing. That is amazing. I didn't know this was on. It's on. It is on. Hashtag push Cesaro. Yes. Days, I recommend you to do the McMahon family figure video. Oh, you recommended me to do it. Right. Shout out to you. Kobe talks about wrestling. I remember a sign that said, when it rains, he bores. That's good. There's been some great signs over the years. Roman with a chair in his hand going over to AJ. AJ moving out the way. Roman smacking those ring steps. Big right hand by AJ. These two fighting outside of the ring. And Roman face first into that commentary table. Days, you should do stop motion. It takes a long time. Oh. Yeah, it takes a long time. I like things that are like, do you know what I mean? Let's do this now. Yeah, now let's do that. Yeah. variety is the spice of life. And so is paprika. That is also a spice of life. Into the crowd goes Roman. Clothesline by AJ. Roman down. AJ firing a big kick into the midsection. Although that's not going to hurt because Roman is wearing a chest protector. I never understand that. Roman's got like this tactical vest on. How am I meant to believe that him getting kicked in the chest is a problem? Big right hand. Replied by Roman, who smashes AJ into that railing. So again, we're in the crowd. Hurls AJ into cloth. Devastating. Chair to the midsection. They're quite a distance away from the ring here. They're over by the Extreme Rules pre-show area, and he hurls Roman into the table. The kickoff panel. Nice. Big right hand by AJ. WWE needed to have The Miz versus Zack Ryder versus John Morrison versus Dolph Ziggler. Mustafa says the moment the Hardys returned, there was a sign the next day that said, delete Roman. Do you remember the why is your hair so wet sign? Yes. Yes. Pork chop cash. That was good. That was a eye-opening sign, wasn't it? Pork chop cash for Hall of Fame. We were like, what the hell is pork chop cash? And it turned out he's a wrestler. I learnt something that day. AJ with a phenomenal forearm off the kickoff panel table. Roman down. It's very exciting. Oh, I'm very excited. This is very exciting stuff. If Roman gets 4.5 stars in the match, it's because AJ carried him. Big strike by AJ. Roman firing back with a shot of his own. This Extreme Rules is brought to you by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows movie. There was a sign that said, I like cheese. Well, sometimes you have to share your passion for things. I can see, is it Frank the Clown? Just behind the commentary table, who goes out with Noelle Foley. Oh, hello. The padding is being ripped off the barricade here by AJ, and he smashes Roman into that exposed barricade. And now he's trying to rip up the mats around the ring. He's trying to expose that floor. That concrete floor. JBL says there's nothing but concrete under there. Oh, big strike by Roman. I was thinking, could you imagine, wouldn't it be cool if there was something other than concrete under there? What if there's like some kind of secret portal? That'd be amazing. Wrestling Days fan, shout out to you. Days, do the Undisputed Era sign. That's that in it. Isn't it that? Something like this. That. Is it that? Dun, 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 dun. Actually, it looks right my way, but maybe wrong your way. Do I need to do that? Dun, 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 dun. I probably have to work on that if I'm joining the group, won't I? Although, in all fairness, what I'll do is when I come out, I'll just go like this, and they can do it. And then people will be like, you can do the sign, can't you? And I'll be like, yeah. But look at these. They're on the, there's a sign there that says, you're an idiot. He is looking for a Styles Clash. We're on top of a commentary table. We've got 16 minutes. How did we go from having 40 minutes to getting down to 16 minutes? I don't understand. I feel like it was only about 5 minutes ago that I said we got 40 minutes here. Now we've got 16 minutes. That's not many minutes. That is not many minutes at all. There's a severe lack of minutes. Oh, wow. Look at that big back body drop. Air Styles. Air AJ. AJ Airways. He got mad height. He got mad height. Look at that. That is amazing. Came crashing down onto that commentary table. That commentary table, just look at that. Man. That commentary table just exploded in front of JBL and Michael Cole. Just absolutely exploded. 1, 2. Shoulder up by AJ. Hashtag encourage it. Roman converting the phenomenal forearm onto a spear was probably the only impressive thing that he did here. I'm trying to get Days to see this. I saw it. I've seen it. Someone's got a sign that says bags. I just don't even understand. Bags. He's got... Oh, that was a great... It looked like he was going to do a razor's edge, but he threw him up and dropped him into a power bomb. Yeah. JBL just said the same thing. JBL's just like, he went from a razor's edge to a sit-out power bomb. Because, do you know what? That's exactly what he did. Look at that. He's got him up there, and he just throws him up. Grabs him. Oh. Oh. That's disgusting. In an amazing way. Roman. In the corner, staring at AJ, charging over. Oh. Yeah, took out the knee. AJ taking out the knee of Roman. Should I post my stop motions? Yes. Do it. Post them. Post them everywhere. Top 10 most confusing things. Number 1, WWE signs. Yeah, sometimes they are very random. Roman driving AJ into the corner. Knee up by AJ. AJ, oh. Snap suplex right into the corner. There was nowhere for Roman to go. It's nice. It's good. A razor's edge Batista bomb. I've just pre-ordered Battlegrounds. Should be fun, yeah. Should be fun. Days, can you look at my next 2 chat comments? I can't promise that. AJ on the outside, a sliding knee right into the face of Roman. AJ backing up. Oh, looking for a head scissor takedown. Oh! Roman has got AJ upside down and he's like, bang! Bang! He's just smacking him around the ringside area. And he's carrying him over and he hurls him onto a commentary table. And the commentary table doesn't kind of explode. It just kind of slowly dismantles itself. Wow. AJ into the ring. Into the barricade. And then he throws him onto that commentary table. And the commentary table's like, I'm all right. I'm all right. Ah. And it slowly breaks apart. That was a great spot. That was a great spot. Throws him on. I'm all right. No, I'm not. And it breaks apart. This match is fire! Fire. It is fire. It is fire. Roman grabbing bits of that commentary table. Roman. He is waiting for the right time. Ooh, ah. Looking for a spear. Oh, AJ moves. AJ moves. Roman kind of collided him with that chair. There's a steel chair that was just behind AJ. Roman seemingly went into it. This is a very good match. Very good match. This might be the best match we've seen. I know we've said that a lot, but this the Evolution Shield match had that kind of slow part at the start. This has had no slow moments. This has just been 100 miles an hour all throughout. You know, they started this match by fighting in the crowd. Been all over the arena. AJ Styles, Roman Reigns. AJ Styles, Roman Reigns. Jerry Smith, shout out to you. Sonny Wolf, shout out to you. Dace, do you think Aleister Black, Karrion Kross would be awesome? I don't know, dude. I would hope so, yes, and I would think so, but I've not seen enough of Karrion. Wow! AJ jumps onto the top, ready for that phenomenal forearm. Roman, boom! And AJ is like, crashes and burns outside the ring. This is so good. This is so good. Really entertaining. Do you think that... Oh, we answered that. I do. I would hope so. I would hope so. Roman out of the ring. He is limping a little bit. The guy in the green shirt with long-haired guy next to him. I hope they go out for a drink or something. Do you know what I mean? I hope they know each other. They probably didn't know each other, but I don't know. Do you think they meet up at the hotel? Do you think they're friends? I'd love to know that. Somebody should ask. Someone should tweet him. Are you good friends with the guy with long hair? Do you know him very well? Have you ever hit on his mom? Just, I'd love to know. AJ thrown into the ring. Oh, no. Gallows and Anderson are here. Oh, that ruins it, man. Need the Usos. Where's the Usos? They've got AJ. They put AJ on top of Roman. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. Roman getting that shoulder up. Gallows and Anderson are still at ringside. Here come the Usos. Hey, look, this is before they were day one-ish. Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird seeing the Usos with face paint? This is when they were Uso crazy. Oh, they're Uso crazy right now. Big splash. Now they're trying to get Roman on top of AJ. Roman 1, 2. Oh, but AJ gets his shoulder up this time. Gallows running round. Big strikes. Gallows and Anderson now brawling with the Usos. Now Anderson trying to get in. Superman punch to Anderson. Superman punch to Gallows. This is carnage. Oh, we've got 6 minutes. Roman back in the corner. What's he saying? He's talking in Matt Riddles. He's charging over. Oh, kick to the midsection by AJ. AJ. He's looking for the Styles Clash. Gets it. Boom. Connects. AJ with the Styles Clash. 1, 2. Ah! 2 count for AJ. This is madness. Man, this match is so good. This match is so good. Jerry said I forgot how good this match was. So did I. So did I. Oh, I just don't think we're going to see anything close to this. I don't think we'll see anything as close to this on Saturday. That's the concern. That's the problem. Who's going to give us this match? Drew and Dolph. I don't see it. AJ landing hard, but at least it wasn't his back that went onto that chair. This is fascinating. Going over. Nice kick by AJ. He's going for it again. He's going for the Styles Clash. This time there's a chair. Oh, onto the chair. Oh, no. I think that was right on Roman's Song Yadong. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's only a 2 again. It's only a 2. I'm telling you, that seemed to hit Roman right in his shield. Can't believe it. What else can he do? What else can he do? How long have we got? About 3 minutes. AJ with a chair. Smacking Roman with a chair. Usos trying to get in. Styles with a chair. Smashing them with it. There's yes chants every time he's hitting someone with that chair. The crowd are going, yes, yes, yes. He throws the chair away. He's taking off the arm. Elbow pad. Phenomenal forearm. He's looking for the phenomenal forearm. He is calling. Here we go. Spear! Spear by Roman! Roman wins. Phenomenal forearm. Mid-air. Roman with the spear. And Roman gets it. Great match. Roman is the best. That was amazing, man. That match was so good. There's not many matches I would swap out from this collection, actually. There's not many matches I would swap out. I think there was a really good multi-man match that had The Miz involved for like the ice. Might have been on this. I don't know what show it was. Maybe I might have swapped that with like Lesnar Triple H. But I mean, that wasn't a bad match. Miz, Morrison, Cena felt like it went a bit long, if I'm being honest. Other than that, this has been a really good collection. Really good. Roman picking up the win. Great match. A speared straight out of the air. Big cheer. Seth. Seth. Pedigree from Seth. Seth Rollins is here. Had he been away for a while? Man, that place erupted. He was forced to vacate it due to injury. He never lost the title. Seth's back. He's got the title in his hands. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Seth. That's a good moment, isn't it? That's a great moment. Seth standing over Roman. That's great. Roman the GOAT. That has got me excited for Sunday. It's got me concerned. I'm looking at this going, who's going to give us these matches on Sunday? Ladder matches, cage matches, 2 out of 3 falls matches. Man, WWE was pretty good 2013, 14, 15. Well, there we go. I think would we say we're all in agreement that AJ Roman was the best match? I feel it was. I think that was a brilliant way to end that stream. To end that collection. I really feel I was really impressed with it. It's one of those where I just forgot how great it was. See it at the time, but I've just forgotten how great that was, and it was very, very good, very, very good. Don't forget a new episode on of Last Ride on Sunday. Oh yeah, excellent. John says, Days, you're welcome. Yeah, it was a great suggestion, John. Back then, you would have never seen me scream for heels, but looking back, I cheer for them all. Texas Ranger Fan 18, shout out to you. Yeah, we are. Look, I think we're done. I haven't even started editing this week's Wrestling Escape Pod, which is, it needs to be up in 24 hours. So I need to get that done. So I am going to have to love you and leave you. But thank you to everyone that joined us. This was something a little bit different. Yeah, man, it was so much fun. Really, really enjoyed it. I mean, we could have gone back to an old Extreme Rules or something like that. But, it's always going to be a little bit hit and miss. But this kind of a collection where you're just getting the best matches, going back to like 2009, 2011, 2012, 2016, getting to see The Shield, getting to see Evolution, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, Edge, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan. It's good, man. This was a good idea, and I hope you enjoyed it. So we're back again tomorrow for SmackDown. And as you said, it's a big, big weekend ahead. So thanks to everyone that stopped by. Really do appreciate the support. And hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.